Hey guys, I am Sierra, aka Rainbow. Welcome to my channel, Blissed Out. Here I am showing you what I do to live my life in a blissed out way. And what that means to me is experiencing pleasure and bliss in as much of my life as I possibly can, and even in the things that are not necessarily pleasurable or blissful, finding the voice and expression of it to increase my capacity to experience bliss and pleasure in other aspects of my life, which makes it a much more enjoyable experience anyway. And so I am putting together a compilation of videos that I've taken over the last 4 weeks. Just kind of giving a behind the scenes look at what my life looks like and how I live it and what I think and what I do. And I just want to give a little bit of a talk before showing those things. Recently and, throughout my life, I have gone through seasons and phases and cycles, and it always looks differently all the time, and everything is always changing for me, internally more than externally, but externally things change for me frequently because as within, so without, and so that rings very true in my life. So, through these last several weeks, especially with the eclipse energy that we went through, with the full moon and all of that, I have experienced some digging deep. I have had to excavate parts of myself that I had buried and that I had tried to put to death, but I never really died. Like, these parts never really die. And so it's been a really beautiful experience to dive back in and see what it is that I've been holding on to deep inside of myself, or experiencing deep inside of myself, and how that has been impacting my life. Because when I am living my life in a way where I am following my bliss, I can only successfully do that through giving full expression and voice and acceptance to every part of me. So this channel is not to be like, oh my god, life is great, I love everything, and I'm always happy. It's not that at all. It's very much actually, I'm really real, and I go through a lot of real shit, and I create real good in my life and for myself. I create real good, real bliss, real truth. And so I have found that a lot of the way that I live and do things and explain things have been really helpful for people around me, clients that I've had, to integrate into their own lives and experience their own versions of bliss and peace and truth. So I hope you enjoy. Oh yes, behind the scenes footage of me. This is my early star days before I've been discovered. Whoa, the bee is right in my face. Who's your best friend? You want to be best friends? Yes. I'll keep you in my heart forever. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
This is the shit.
Are you having a food gasm? I knew it.
That was the best bite. Oh my god.
She's getting emotional.
It's just so good. This is the first day that I've been able to recognize the length that I've come when it comes to self-care, which is rooted in self-love. I am resting. I am prioritizing myself. I am not uncomfortable about it. I don't have anxiety about it. I'm enjoying it. And I think that I've experienced this before recently too, but I haven't recognized it. Like, I have just now become aware of how different rest and self-care is for me right now than it has been for my entire life. I grew up in a narcissistic household in a homeschooled environment in a Christian cult. And so there's a lot to unpack from that. The main thing is this sense of self and prioritizing self-care. Like, none of that was available or an option or taught. It was the exact opposite of, the healthy way of living life. So for the majority of my life, I've had intense anxiety surrounding my resting time, and I've always made myself earn my rest, and I've always struggled through rest and cut it short and changed it to where I was actually still being productive even when I'm resting. So how I've gotten here is significant. I have been practicing this for about 2.5 years. At first, I wasn't able to integrate it in action. At first, I was focused so much on doing, and I was so perfectionistic that I channeled those patterns through my shadow work, inner work, and just made my healing work a full-time job to try to fix myself, and I had to go through that, and I had to hit a wall, and I had to see how that was defeating the purpose of what I was trying to do here. And then I started practicing in theory periods of rest. So I would set aside time and talk about it and then do it. But when I would go to do it, it would feel like I was wasting my time, and I would become anxious, and I would distract myself. I didn't start becoming aware of this until about a year of trying to truly rest, which is about the time of like the summertime of this year. Over the summer, I really, at the beginning of the summer, really recognized my patterns, like, oh shit, I'm not doing what I'm saying that I'm doing, and because I don't know how, and it's because what I'm saying that I need to do and what's good for me is actually bringing me a lot of anxiety and discomfort. And so I started consciously practicing rest, and what that means is deciding to watch a movie when before I would say that's a waste of time or whatever, or reading even, or just like laying down listening to music, or even going on my phone on social media. Whatever I was like in the mood to do, I just decided to start doing. And as the feelings of discomfort or anxiety would come, since I was now conscious and aware of why it was coming forward, and that it was coming forward as a pattern that once protected me but is now hindering me, I breathe through it, and I talk to myself through it, reminding myself of what I was doing and why I was doing that, and how now I'm safe to rest, and brought myself back into the present moment. And I've been practicing this, and today is the first time that I've really recognized that I am fully resting with no anxiety, and I haven't had to talk myself through anything. And I've been resting all day for hours straight, because that's what my body needs. And it's so rewarding and so beautiful to see this unraveling for me, this magic of being able to experience rest, true rest. And I think a lot of people can relate to this with this production-driven society, and narcissistic relationships reflect religion. Religion reflects culture, culture, and society, the way things are right now. And we're changing that. I'm changing it, and it starts with us, and I chose to start it with me. And I hope that this can be a encouraging story for you to recognize that you get your rest. You get to reward yourself, because we don't need to earn it. We don't need rewards. It just belongs to us. Our love, our rest, our sweetness, our time. It just belongs to us. So we get to choose what we do and be happy about it, and be in it while we're in it. And this is one of the biggest ways that I am choosing to follow my bliss in my life, and how I get to integrate living a blissed out life. I'm practicing, and I'm recognizing it because it's here now.
So cool.
that waterfall right there. I mean, it's not really a waterfall, but it like has a old-timey like flair to it.
Oh, years ago I lost my mind. I think it's gone for good this time. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I mentioned the mind.
I started to walk past it and I was like, no, that feather's for you. Pick it up.
It's beautiful.
I know, right? Seriously, come up.
Okay. Show me.
I want to go inside, but like, I know better than that.
Oh, okay, so show me.
Renetta doesn't.
Oh, you don't want to go inside the fairy
So
homes.
what is-
So I was just like looking at the ground and there's like all the feathers, right? And I found this one that I put in my hair and it was like special to me when I found it and I was like, oh, this is for me, and I put it in my hair. And like as I'm walking across, I'm like seeing all the feathers. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of feathers here. It makes this one feel like less special because there's so many of them. And then I thought, why? Why is that? And then I thought, how does that play out in my life? And how like that might be a part of why for me, like feeling that certain things are like special and like forming an attachment to it keeps me from accepting more of it. So like if one thing is like really special to me and I'm holding on to it and it's nowhere near the same or nowhere near the, you know, same level of abundance that's on the next level or the next level or the next level, if I'm holding on to what I have because I'm convinced that it's so special and rare and that I'm never gonna get it again, that takes away the opportunity for me to embrace all things as they are and to also receive more, you know? Yeah, that's it.
The specialness of every moment. Right?
Yeah, and like just why can't all of the feathers be special?
They have their own unique.
Yeah, exactly.
As are you.
Yeah, very true. Exactly. So like with the way that like people do this too, with like when they want to create something, it's like, oh, there are so many other people doing this. There are so many people with YouTube channels. There are so many artists. There are so many singers. There are so many blah, 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 blah. But none of them are you, you know? And like one of them never takes away from the other. And there's an abundance of us, and that's good. It's good that there's more of us and that there's continuously more and more and more creation. So instead of like, oh, you know, like, why even try? It's like, why not? Like, go for it, since it's like, we're all
Unique.
Yeah, and there's a limitless supply for all of us anyway, so we might as well all jump into the pool, you know?
Yeah, or into this stream.
Or into the stream!
What do you do when you can't stop thinking about somebody that's no longer in your life and you're having all the memories? And how do you bring your heart back to bliss after leaving?
I feel like the most important thing is to not really focus on changing where your heart's at. I feel like honoring the memories and honoring what you're experiencing through acceptance and allowance
is really crucial, because once, I feel like that's the hardest part that I've gone through and that a lot of people will go through, is like trying to resist it because it hurts and it's icky and it's painful, especially if it, you know, there's no like hope, you know, for like, but hope is like a total thief of bliss. And so, you know, like accepting where it is right now and then just like sitting with the memories, whatever comes up, is really important. But also, once you become aware of a loop, if you're in a loop of it being like drudgery, like this isn't fun, like this is exhausting, and it's like I'm honoring it, I'm accepting it, and I'm ready to like move forward now. I think once we get to that point, then going into nature is the thing that has helped me the most when I am experiencing that, and tapping into the present moment through what I'm hearing around me, nature sounds. There's nothing more healing than nature sounds for so many reasons. There's so many reasons why it's so important for our brain activity, and also just for the opening of our hearts and what we're able to connect to ourselves and to the nature around us. And also another really powerful tool, a lot of people use music. I use music. So when I need to like be honoring the feelings, I'll play music that reminds me, or that'll help me walk through it or whatever. And then when I'm ready to shift my energy, I play music that I know is really uplifting for me. And then I walk through that and allow the music to teach me and to shift my energy into a different place.
That's really good. It feels like a really good recipe for bliss.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you're following your bliss and you're in your bliss, if you're resisting anything, you can't. You can't be in your bliss. You can't, because resistance makes stronger. So anything that you're like trying to shut down or ignore or change or control, it's just not gonna work. So naturally allowing yourself to be in your ebb and flow, and know that like you may not always feel totally blissed out, you know, like you might not always feel like that, but a part of being able to feel like that is allowing yourself to be in the moment when you're in it, because you can never get to this if you don't allow yourself to be like
In it,
you know, because suppression is depression. That's just like how it works. So following your bliss is allowing your bliss,
not rushing,
living in your bliss,
and
not
rushing
rushing.
through it.
Yeah, and just like sitting with yourself truly.
Yeah,
And that's scary for a lot of people.
yeah.
But you know, when you really want something, when something's like really important to you, and for me that is following my bliss, that's living in my bliss, that's really, really important for me. So I'm not afraid to be scared. You know, like I will go there even though I'm scared. I will continue to move into it because of what's the most important to me. It's like a balance, it's like a self-discipline, it's like a, you know.
And when you say sharing it, like openly with others like you are right now, helps also, being witnessed?
Oh, totally, being witnessed. Oh my God, that's such a big thing. Because for me, because I'm kind of like a little pixie fairy, and I like get so excited about everything, and that because that's how I love to live and just like give my full expression to like all of it, or like, you know, feel the big things for all of the things. And so I'm really able to experience my bliss to the fullest capacity because of that, because I give full expression to all the other things as well, because it's not good or bad. And in the past, I've experienced not being believed. Like, there's no way you're that happy. There's no way you're having this good of a time, like that kind of energy. And so I kind of like dimmed it down before. Like, I felt like it was too much for people or whatever. So once I decided to stop doing that and like just like let myself fully be in my bliss and like experience like my experience, the way that I'm experiencing it, and then I'm hearing, oh my god, like this is so inspiring, like I forgot how much fun life can be, like thank you so much for reminding me. And then that just like increases the ability to like express it because of that affirmation. And, you know.
No, I know you as being authentic, but I think it takes authentic people to be able to see authentic people.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we're craving this. We're craving authentic expression.
Yeah.
So thank you for being that.
Yeah. I love being it. And I love showing other people that they can be it too, because your authenticity may look totally different from my authenticity, but that's exactly why it's so fucking yummy. Like, that's exactly why it's so good, because it's like, we're so different. Like, how cool is that? But it also, like, that is a thing that we get to practice with each other, is like allowing each other to witness each other and be authentic with each other, not being afraid to do that, because we're not afraid of judgment anymore. Yeah. I did my Trader Joe's haul and got all my favorite things. Coconut smoothie, sugar-free, dark chocolate with almonds. I got organic dried mango. I got organic watermelon jerky. It's so fucking good. I got, oh my god, it's so good. It's like dried watermelon, and it has the seeds, which is a great source of protein. So, and I got organic corn chips that are Mexican style, so they're kind of spicy. So those are my favorite things, and I'm so excited. And then I got this drink that I'm gonna try. I haven't tried this yet. It's called Alive. And it has reishi and other mushrooms in it, so I'm really excited.
How do you feel about getting some food now?
Oh my god,
you said you were gonna cry.
I haven't tasted it yet. You have to give me time. I have to set it up.
Okay.
Oh,
So good.
Is it true that going on a date with a guy makes you ravenously hungry?
Ravenous. Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for watching these adventures and epiphanies and everything that I've shared with you here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to leave a comment below if you resonated with anything that I said. I would love to hear about it. And like, subscribe, of course. And I hope to hear anything that you have to share with me. So, hope you stay totally blissed out. and I'll see you next time. I love you.